How's it going, everyone? I just wanted to give an update here and actually just explain what the heck I'm doing in my garage. I started this garage project about a year ago when we moved here. At the time, the garage was full of stuff, lots of stuff that the previous owner left for us to go through. Most of it was junk, some of it was useful actually most of it wasn't useful. But anyway, the current project I'm working on, trying to finish up right now, is this doorway. I'll step out here a little bit. So this garage, you might be able to tell, is made up of a 2-car bay, mind the mess, again, work zone. 2-car garage with an additional room put onto the side at some point. This wall here was an external wall at one point, hence the windows. Well, window and what used to be a window. So my idea, since this is a load-bearing wall, was to cut from here down, essentially turning this into a doorway, which I did. But the thing is, I'm 6'6", so I cracked my head really bad, at least 2 or 3 times off of what was the header there. So if you can see, that same row of block went all the way across here where the pipe is. I just got done cutting that out, busting it out, after putting this new header in. So I left that old header, cut this out, put the new header in. I'm working on finishing out the doorway. The purpose of this, literally just to connect this room with the garage. It's not a very big room, but it's definitely big enough to house all of my tools. My main workbench. This is essentially going to be like the workshop, and the garage area is going to be kept relatively clean, hopefully, at least clear around the cars, so I've got room to work on them. Then I can take any tools out of this room, move them over there, work with what I need to work with, and then put everything back when it's done. Everything will have a place, everything will be organized, at least that is the goal. That being said, might not seem like a big deal not to have this doorway. After all, I do have an outside door here and the one on the other side of the wall. However, in the winter, it was a real pain going from this room to that room. Going out this door into the cold into the other. It doesn't seem like that far, but it's probably an extra 20 feet every time one way. When you're in a hurry working on something, that gets annoying really quick. And I haven't even worked on a lot of things here. Like I said, most of my projects in this garage have been the garage itself. So this door, I think, is well worth the effort. It might seem ridiculous to do all this work just so I don't bump my head. But again, when you're working on something, you just need to go grab a tool. Ducking isn't the first thing that comes to mind until after it hits my head. So I'm doing this. I think it's well worth the effort. If I'm going to be here for a long time, I want it to be comfortable for me. It actually, when it's all said and done, will be a standard 6'8" doorway, which is standard for an interior doorway. So all of that to say, I'm connecting this room to that room, and stay tuned. I'm going to clean this pipe up. I'm going to grout all the edges so it looks less like a cut hole in the wall and more like an intentional hole in the wall. And this is one of the last big projects I need to do and get done before I paint everything. So stay tuned. All right, so it's a little later than the last clip that I took. I'm very dirty, I'm very tired. We just finished cleaning up all of the stone that I managed to scatter everywhere and swept up and for the most part cleaned up. I still need to shim everything up, make sure everything's level where it's supposed to be, supporting the block above, and pack hydraulic cement in all the cracks and make sure it's solid. I still have the post jacks in place, as you can probably see. Don't want to take those out till everything's cured and hard. I also want to smooth over all the edges, make them look nice. But you guys have no idea how excited I am to stand in this doorway, walk through this doorway without having to duck. On this side, the slab does step down from the garage to the workshop, about 1.5 inches. So it's not quite 6'8" on this side. I was a little worried that I'd be cutting it close. I'm about 6'6". But look, standing up straight, it's a little close, but I don't think I have to worry. I've walked through this doorway doing this exact thing about 20 times now, and man. And as you can tell, it's not the prettiest garage, nor will it be when I'm done, but it's gonna look a lot nicer. Getting ready to pressure wash all the walls. You might be able to tell I filled a lot of cracks. Probably will have to paint this room, mask everything off, and then move everything from the other room into here and then do that room. But this is gonna be the main garage as far as where I work on things, cars. I can always pull a car out of here. One side's gonna be kind of modular as far as I'm gonna park my out back here, but that's the car that's the most complete right now. So I'll be able to pull that out and set up a workbench if I need to for a couple days here and there. I've got some ideas for a modular workbench that I can roll around, maybe fold up, store on the wall. I'm not sure yet. Got a few ideas. That'll be this side. Just because it's actually a little narrower than this side. So this side will be more long-term project. When you walk in the main door here, you walk in like here, and you've got this whole area where I'm gonna put a row of cabinets, a worktop, a cabinet in that far end, and then some upper cabinets. But that'll more or less be kind of counter space to stage tools, stage parts. If I'm working on something right where I'm standing, I'll be able to pull tools from the tool room because that's where I'll store them long term. Put everything, kind of stage whatever project I'm working on, and be able to just crank that out, have this all set up per project, and then put everything back where it goes whenever I'm done. That's the plan anyway. I'm a pretty organized person, but it's kind of out of necessity because really I'm a lazy person when it comes to putting stuff away. So the more organized I can be from the get-go, the less excuse I have to not put stuff away when I'm done with it. So that's the plans for this room. It's not a huge room. It's about 9 foot wide, 20 foot long, but it'll be plenty big enough to have a place for everything. I'll have a place to wash up over here. It's a mess right now. Like all the extra stuff that was in the main room has been pushed into here for now. But hey, thanks for watching. Pretty new to this whole video thing, so I hope you'll follow along and see the progress as it happens. Thanks.